good luck to all students already prepping for finals.
Come on, Asia. You can fight through this. This fever is not even at full strength.
Good luck, MVP.
Well, guys. I am not pleased to announce, but I gotta keep it real. We just saw the and the resiliency displayed by the Indiana Fever because they just forced the Las Vegas Aces to Game 5. Okay, yes, in today's game, Game 4, best 3 out of 5, and the WNBA semifinal series, we just saw the Indiana Fever defeat the Las Vegas Aces. Indiana Fever was on top. They had 90 points. The Las Vegas Aces had just 83 points, okay? Just a 7-point game loss, okay? Point loss. And again, that is not a blowout in my opinion. And again, in my opinion, anything that is north of 10 points, okay, once you get into those double digits, 10 plus points of losing, you got blown out, okay? So as we see these series go on, we're seeing like the point deficit and the point loss is getting slower and slower. In game 1, okay, of the series, we saw Las Vegas Aces at their home court. Hello, I was there. I was just in Vegas last Sunday. They lost by 16 points. And then in game 2, we just saw Indiana Fever get beat by 22 points. And then in game 3, I think Fever got beat by like 12 points. And then, of course, game 4, Las Vegas Aces took an L. They lost by 7 points. Okay, so we are now even 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses. Now, game 5, come Tuesday night, it'll be back at Las Vegas, okay, Nevada. I'm not going to go fly back there, okay? Perhaps I'm bad luck. Maybe I should stay away from the games. But we will see the Las Vegas Aces host the Indiana Fever, have them have the home court advantage, the Vegas Aces, that is, and we shall see who really about that life. In this game, first of all, the first quarter kicks off. It was a beautiful flow, okay? The pace of the game was beautiful. It wasn't too fast, but it wasn't too slow. It was just like, it was a really good pace. I'm like, I like this pace. I put my phone away. I had my phone away in my bedroom, just having it charged up. It was already low anyway. I said, like, let me just really pay attention to the ebbs and the flows of this game in the first and second quarter, right? So in the first quarter, we see them just keep going back and forth. They're duking it out, okay? Fever would score, Vegas would score. Fever would score, Vegas would score. But for the majority of this game, Vegas was behind the Indiana Fever. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I gotta be one of those. The refs, to me, they low-key, they favored the Indiana Fever. I know how it wasn't just me, okay? Throughout this entire game, but in the second half, okay? Don't lie. The third and fourth quarter, I noticed a pattern. It was a very icky pattern that gave me the ick. Anytime the Las Vegas Aces will cut down the point deficit by just 2 points, okay? I remember in the third quarter, it was 50-57, right? Indiana Fever on top, they had 57 points. Las Vegas Aces had 50 points. Anytime the Vegas Aces would get to that just down by 4-point mark, the freaking refs would just automatically blow that whistle, and I see Aaliyah Boston appear at the free throw line. Or I would see Kelsey Mitchell appear at the free throw line, but mainly Aaliyah Boston. And even, I remember one of the commentators was like, they put a foul on A'ja Wilson against Aaliyah Boston. And I was like, myself included, as well as the freaking commentator of the game, was like, that was clearly a foul on freaking Aaliyah Boston again. Aaliyah Boston, a.k.a. Captain Hook'em. Okay, Captain Hook. She be throwing them elbows. Captain Hook elbows. She was fouling A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson, the Las Vegas Aces as a whole, did not go to the free throw line nearly as much as the Indiana Fever. But I'm going to tell you this. The Indiana Fever still won this game fair and square because why? The Las Vegas Aces had ample time and opportunity. They had nothing but space and opportunity to make it right, to right their wrongs, but they did not. I'm not sure if they was gassed. I'm not sure if they was playing scared. They were afraid of success. But for some reason in the third and fourth quarter, we saw Jewel Lloyd, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray even, stopped attempting three-point shots. Even though they were pretty good at making them, they had pretty good accuracy and field goal percentages in the first and second quarter of today's game. But for some reason, they just did not attempt anymore, specifically in the fourth and final quarter. I don't recall the Las Vegas Aces even attempting a three-point shot, let alone making one. Okay, whereas on the other side, we see the Indiana Fever attempt and make, quite a few three-point shots, right? But as well, I'm going to tell you another thing about Las Vegas Aces. The silly turnovers. Oh my God. That's what cooked them. In my opinion, refs aside, not making enough three-point shots because they lack confidence. I don't know what it is. They were just so gassed. They were just out of breath. Their legs hurt. When it came to turnovers in today's game, the Las Vegas Aces, mainly Chelsea Gray. Yes, I'm talking to you, Chelsea. Yes, we know you are the point guard down. We know you be giving up impossible dimes, like the look behind, the no look passes, the behind the back, but between the legs, over the shoulder, over, to the right, to the side, to the left. We know that, she's very entertaining, okay, when it comes to giving up that ball to her teammates. Chelsea Gray, in like the second quarter, like back to back to back, I remember I counted 3 times. She trying to give up the ball. This fool literally passed it to the Indiana Fever, okay? Trying to be different. Trying to pull out a trick out your sleeve, trying to pull a bunny rabbit out of a hat. You need to stop, Chelsea. Literally. Okay, my voice is kind of hoarse. I got some cough drops. I was yelling at my screen because Chelsea Gray gave up so many just silly turnovers, as well as did Jackie Young. Jackie Young, come to the front of the class and explain yourself. Jackie Young giving out so many silly turnovers to the point where it just did not make any sense. It was ridiculous. Okay. Overall, Alyssa Smith, I ain't gonna lie, you let me down. You let the city down. You let the team down. Alyssa Smith was getting on my nerves. Yes, last game she had 16 points. This game, it was times where she had great looks. She would break the layup. Whose fault is that? Who can we put the blame on? Alyssa Smith has to take her time when she's at that basket when there's nobody around. Again, have that body awareness. Again, Alyssa Smith does not have, she lacks spatial awareness. She lacks body awareness and self-awareness. You got to be aware of your surroundings. She was drawing so many fouls. I said, I'm yelling at my screen. I said, Becky, sit Smith down. Sit Smith down. She fouling Kelsey Mitchell. She fouling Lexi Hall. She fouling Leah Boston. I'm at the point it don't make no sense. I'm like, somebody, please, sit Alyssa Smith down, okay? Again, she just was not given what we needed in today's game, offensively or defensively, okay? She was getting cooked. So slow on the draw. She needs to be more athletic. I understand you're 6'4". Again, I'm 5'5". I don't know what it's like to be in such a big body. Not like that, but I mean like that stature. She's so tall. You know, but again, look at Asia Wilson. She's also 6'4", 195, 200 pounds. What's your excuse, Alyssa? There is none. You got to be more agile. Work on your agility. Work on that athleticism and your speed. Okay, speed is what you need. You always need that as an athlete, let alone a professional athlete. So again, in my opinion, yes, the Indiana Fever deserved this win. They were resilient. They were strong. They had a plan offensively. Okay, whereas the Las Vegas Aces, they were giving up silly turnovers, and they did not have that discipline to not foul, to not draw fouls upon themselves against the Indiana Fever. Now, speaking of the Indiana Fever, guys, did you know that the Indiana Fever has never lost a game back-to-back at their home court? Meaning just, we already saw the other day, on Friday, we saw Vegas beat the Indiana Fever at their home court. Well, they never lost 2 in a row at their home court. So, of course, the what's the word? The superstition, rather, would have it that, of course, they would win in today's game. And also, their head coach, being Stephanie White, wore that red leather jacket. She is undefeated when she wears that red leather jacket, specifically during the WNBA playoffs. So I know that she had that on. They talked about that in the beginning. The commentators, it was like they never been. The Indiana Fever has never lost 2 games in a row back to back at their home court, and Stephanie White is undefeated with that red leather jacket. And of course, both of those came true in today's game. So again, of course, the game concluded with the Fever on top having 90 points, Aces scoring 83 points. The first quarter, Aces put up 21 points, Fever put up 23. The second quarter, Aces put up 17, Fever put up 23. The third quarter, Aces put up 24, Fever put up 21. And in the fourth and final quarter, Aces put up 21, Fever put up 23. Now let's talk about the individual player statistics, starting with the Las Vegas Aces. Kirsten Bell, yes, she played for 6 minutes. She put up 3 points. She put up a 3-point shot, right? She had 0 assists, 0 rebounds. And Alyssa Smith was getting cooked. She had 8 points, 0 assists, 2 rebounds. Asia Wilson had 31 points, 3 assists, 9 rebounds. Chelsea Gray had 12 points, 9 assists, 2 rebounds. Jackie Young had 18 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Megan Gustafson had 2 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound. Dana Evans only had 3 points. She did much better. Her and Alyssa Smith need to step it up. She had 3 points, 1 assist, 0 rebounds. Jewel Lloyd, my God, she was getting on my nerves. She also was given a silly turnover. She had 6 points, 0 assists, and 3 rebounds. Now let's talk about the Fever, okay? Looking at their numbers, they should have lost. But again, the Las Vegas Aces was just not. They did not have that discipline, and they gave up too many silly turnovers. Lexi Hall had 7 points, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. Natasha Howard had 7 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston had 24 points, 5 assists, 14 rebounds, a double-double. Again, Aaliyah Boston, literally like 12, 13, 14 points that she made was from the free throw line. Again, I ain't never seen nothing like it. It was crazy. Kelsey Mitchell put up 25 points, had 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Odyssey Sims had 18 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Shea Petty had 7 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Ariel Powers with zeros across the board. Brianna Turner had 2 points, 0 assists, and 1 rebound. Again, guys, that was game. Game 4, Indiana Fever defeated the Las Vegas Aces. Now, they have forced a Game 5 in Las Vegas. Come Tuesday. Tuesday, guys, I'll be here. We're going to see. We're going to see it's the battle. Who is going to win Game 5 of the WNBA semifinal series? Will it be the Las Vegas Aces or will it be the Indiana Fever? We shall see.